Ethiopian military general, one of key military figures from Tigray, Tsadkan Gebretensae, a few hours ago gave an interview calling for civil disobedience. Disobedience by security forces in Tigray. Explosive interview by Tsadkan. He lashed out at Vade. He named generals who disagreed with military's decision to back TPLF. Four parties are part of this alliance, reportedly, to launch a movement against TPLF in Tigray. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for watching, viewers. Good to be with you. Tsadkan Gebretensae appeared on TBS a few hours ago, and Tsadkan spoke a lot about what is happening in Tigray. What did he say? And can he achieve what he is dreaming of achieving? By the way, Tsadkan has long been trying to weaken TPLF. Either it is out of his hate for TPLF, or he genuinely believes that Tigray needs to be more democratic and TPLF is an obstacle. Its hegemony should be countered to make Tigray democratic. But he wants several political players in Tigray, not just one TPLF. And people trace back his opposition to TPLF to what transpired between Tsadkan and Meles Zenawi. Tsadkan was chief of staff of the Ethiopian military when Meles Zenawi was leading Ethiopia. And during Ethiopia-Eritrea War of 1998, Tsadkan was in support of marched deep into Eritrea towards Asab and Asmara. Meles Zenawi disagreed. He removed Tsadkan from a key position. And people say since then, Tsadkan has been trying to divide and weaken TPLF. And he was Getachew Reda's deputy president when Getachew was president in Tigray for 2 years. And he tried to organize youths. He created some bodies, some forums and platforms in Tigray for establishing alternative political players in Tigray. But he and Getachew failed, obviously. Tsadkan was in the US when Getachew was removed from power from Mekelle. Getachew is in Addis. After Getachew was kicked out of Mekelle to Addis, Tsadkan returned to Addis too. So he is now in Addis Ababa. What did Tsadkan say in last night's interview? Firstly, Tsadkan criticized Vade a lot. He said Vade, while he was working as deputy president under Getachew, held immense powers. Out of 13 billion birr federal budget for Tigray, Vade was in control of 8 to 9 billion birr budget. He was in charge of land. He was in charge of security. He was in charge of other main sectors like investment in Tigray. But he undermined Tigray interim government of Getachew because he wanted himself to be the president of Tigray. So he did not play any role in the resolution of issues. Rather, he promoted grievances among security forces to use them against Getachew Reda because he wanted to replace Getachew. Serious allegations by Tsadkan against General Vade. Secondly, Tsadkan said that top military tier made an unfair decision of backing of TPLF in January this year, and he mentioned five names. That these five generals disagreed with the decision. General Goesh Gabre, Vedi Entiro. Vedi Entiro is the one who is leading TPF now. Vedi Abate, Kabbede, Sigai Marx. So these five generals, five military commanders disagreed, and some others, he said, supported, but they are now regretting their support for the decision to back TPL. He criticized two generals that they are involved in suppressing civilians, in committing abuses on civilians to suppress dissent in Tigray. He mentioned General Johannes. He's in charge of Tigray military in southern Tigray, and General Hintso. Hintso is leading military in central Tigray in Abiadi. Some civilians were tortured and killed, according to Tsadkan, by Hintso-led forces. Uh, Sadkan says that he is very sad that he cannot return to Tigray because of the alliance between Shabia and Tigray military channels. He wants to return, but he cannot return. He says that he spent sleepless nights, but he's unable to return to Tigray. And then he called for disobedience in Tigray. He praised, by the way, TPF. He said TPF and Simrat, these groups are working for democratic change in Tigray. That is why all should support them. He sent a message for Tigray soldiers. What should Tigray soldiers do? Tigray military soldiers. He said, join TPF or stay or defy the orders of seniors or just stay at home. Which won't be possible for soldiers to do. If they join TPF, obviously they can join TPF, but that will pit them against the military. But they cannot defy orders. It does not happen in military service. If you defy orders, you're bound to be punished. Anyway, this was what Khan wants. He asked the people of all regions of Tigray, to stand up to TPLF. They criticized TPLF a lot in his interview, saying that TPLF people, a few people are in power and these people are in charge of all the resources. They should be removed because they have been eating all the resources of Tigray. And now some senior generals are supporting them. He appreciated the movement in southern Tigray and southeastern Tigray. He asked other regions to join to say no to TPLF. He said there is hope that others will bring about change in Tigray. So people should rise. They should say no to TPLF. Almost, I think I almost covered largely what Sadkan said in his interview last night. I think Sadkan and Gitacho are now seeing a hope that they can remove or weaken TPL. A few months ago, when they were kicked out of Tigray, they were down, they were disappointed. Now, with the rise of TPF, with the restoration of Hafto Kiros government in southern Tigray, they are seeing a hope. They think that if they mobilize people, if they mobilize youths, if they strengthen TPF, they can be a player in Tigray and they can weaken Tigray People Vision Fund, and they can force Tigray military to stop supporting TPLF. Will this strategy work or not? Four political parties reportedly are joining the alliance for launching a disobedience movement in Tigray. Simrat Party of Gita Choreda, secondly, Betona, thirdly, Tigray Independence Party, TIP, and Arena Party. No Salse Vojene on the list. These parties, if they start a civil disobedience movement in Tigray, I don't think they'll be allowed to operate in Tigray. Timrath is not in Tigray, but TIP, Betona, and Arena won't be allowed to operate in Tigray. The leaders will be arrested. TPLF, Tigray military, will never allow them to launch a movement, to launch an uprising in Tigray. Tsadkan definitely lacks support in Tigray. Gitacho lacks support in Tigray. They only have support in southern Tigray, in parts of southeastern Tigray. But will they be able to mobilize people in other parts of Tigray to rise against TPLF and Tigray military? That remains to be seen. But Tigray has several players now. TPLF alone cannot make all the big decisions. Tigray military alone cannot make the big decisions. Several new players are emerging, and it will be difficult in Tigray to create unity and consensus on a single issue. Thank you for watching.